Hey, Big Dev, the Middle-Aged Gamer here with another episode of Fallout London. Hares and Piggies and... Are we actually where I want to be? Yeah, we're at the Land's End Inn. And... Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, okay. Still have to do that. We're at the Land's End, and we need to find out if there's still picnic tables, is one of the things that sweet old lady Elaine wanted us to discover. And there we go. We found the picnic table, so that was simple. And we got to grab some purified Thames water out of it, too. So now that we've done that, that was quite simple. Let's move on to the next one. Now, why did I go to that one first? Well, I just clicked on this one here. That was Trafalgar Square. And since I did the usual off-camera shenanigans at Vauxhall Grove, I guess that was the nearest spot. Alright, it's now sending me to St. Alphege's Church. We've been there. We're going to go there again. Okay, back inside of St. Alphege's Church. And what are we looking for in here? To the chandeliers in St. Alphege's. It's legendary, and it's far off. Good time to use a crit. Let's get some light on. We've been here before, you remember this. Oop. Well, found out what happened to the chandeliers. And apparently this place never popped back up. Alright. Would like to try and get around, if for no other reason than to try and find that dead bloaty the legendary bloaty that I killed. To get my legendary prize, of course. That wasn't it. On the bright side, since I used this, it's easy to spot. Ah, there we go. A light tempered strengthened cloaking metal. Leg piece? Alright, so, well, that was fast. Oh, on the bright side, there's a lot of fungus to have a light source by. Actually, no, I wanted that. Alright, so it's going to try and send us to St. Anne's Courtyard. What do we have? Are those the only two spots left? Yeah, I think. Let's make sure. Yeah. Well, either way, I know where we're pretty much going. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we're back at Trafalgar Square, and we need to find... What's written on the monument? Well, this is Trafalgar Square, so we know it's quiet. Well, it says traitors. That's what it says. Okay. What do we have left? We have St. Anne's Courtyard. Well, let's hear White Farm and the Pilgrim, so we'll go to the Pilgrim. We'll get that taken care of. Okay, back outside of the Pilgrim. I didn't mean to pop my pee there. Sorry. Bird comic. You'll take that. Don't need the glass, though. Yeah, if there's one thing I'm not hurting on, it's... Well, there's a few things I'm not hurting on. Copper, glass, ceramic. Okay. Am I going the right way? Yeah, that'll work. Is this where I need to turn? Yeah, good enough. Okay, there's White Farm. Yes, I am going the right way. Oh, wait. I've been here in a different run before. There should be some commuters in here. St. Anne's Churchyard, yeah. Find out what happened to St. Anne's Churchyard. It's all closed and boarded up. Alright, we got some fifths. We got some fivers there. Conquer Plant. Some Dr. Leaves, so bit of veg. We've done what we need to do. Now we go back to the eye, and we're going to talk, and we're going to answer Elaine's questions. Okay, back at the eye, and oh, gee, we're literally right there.
I recognize that scent. Welcome back. How may I help you?
About the surveying job.
I believe I called it a favor. But yes, what of it?
I'm ready to answer your questions.
Are you sure? You don't need to rush on my account.
Yes, let's do it.
How grand. I knew you were the perfect person for this. The first place I asked you to go was St. Alfie's Church. My cousin had her wedding there. I was just 10, but I'll never forget that day. She looked so beautiful under those chandeliers. Tell me, what happened to them?
They fell when the ceiling caved it. Wait, ceiling cave in? No, there was one on the ground. There's only one chandelier left.
I see. At least, I think I do. Second place I asked you to go was the Land's End Inn. That's where I had my honeymoon. I know, it's not fancy, but it was perfect.
It's actually a pretty nice place. We were in there once.
My husband would have breakfast each morning on these lovely outdoor picnic tables. Are they still there?
Yes, they're all still there.
Good to know. Thank you. Third place was St. Anne's Church. It's where I got married. But I wonder, what happened to it?
St. Anne's Church, that was the courtyard that we were only able to get to. Well, technically... Oh, wait, here we go. The place got boarded up.
Why am I not surprised? Final location was Trafalgar Square. I used to go there every single day for work. I was so young, so happy. My shop was right in front of the monument with the big plaque. Can you remind me what it says?
All I remember seeing there was traders. I don't remember this one. Because, as I said, all I saw was traders. I didn't really see a plaque. There's nothing there.
Of course. How could I forget that? And that's it. Now, I believe I promised you a reward, didn't I? Here you go. 20 tickets, as promised. Thank you for helping me. You made an old woman very, very happy.
Take care of yourself, Elaine. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Scavers. Well, we're not out of the woods yet. Okay, there's a psycho around here somewhere. Not the one, but... Alright. So what else can we do? Well, we need to go find that Peruvian artifact. I've dawdled on that long enough. Alright. Part of the reason why I've dawdled is because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. That's like Eastminster. And the closest spot... Well, it wouldn't be St. Anne's Churchyard. I think it might actually be White Farm. Well, I mean, I guess we could do the National Portrait Gallery. You know what? I think we'll do that. Okay, back at the National Portrait Gallery. Okay, that took us basically where I needed to be. Oh, there's the sinkhole. Yeah, look at that lovely lemonade. I mean, yeah, that's just nasty. Hey, more Daleks. There we go. With an empty explosives box. Lovely. This one. Hostile firefighter protectron. Okay. I only attacked it because it was hostile. Otherwise, I would have left it. Firefighter helmet. Cryo cells and some steel. Alright, we'll save. After that bit of shenanigans. Couple glowing rad shrews. No bother to me. Another hostile Protectron. Alright, the British Museum. Where we need to be. Alright, let's go inside and get ourselves a Peruvian artifact.
Hello, and welcome to the British Museum. My name is Terry, and I'm happy to be your guide as you journey Earth's history. But before you begin, a word of warning. If you perchance have wandered into these hallowed halls in search of treasure to loot, go right ahead. I have disabled all of our security systems and encourage you to saunter through each and every corridor without a care in the world. In fact, I suggest you head straight towards our atrium, for there are no traps of any kind awaiting your presence. Have a wonderful day here at the British Museum.
Oh, God, I forgot about this. I knew there was a reason I kept stalling on this. Yeah, there are no traps of any kind. Well, no, it's just one. The entire frickin' place! Terry is the trap. And it's kind of a really sad story in any event. Now, we can't open any of them. I mean, could cheat and do that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do this exactly as Todd Howard meant it to be. And I'm sure there are some of you going, but this is a mod. Todd Howard had no plans on this. Todd Howard knew very well about this mod, and he loved it. So, yeah, no traps. Alright, so as you can see, there really only is one way for us to go. It's like Terry's trying to shepherd us in a certain direction. Save before Churchill decides to do something crazy. Fiber optics, crystal, and steel for each one of these. And they're on both sides. Now we got all those tripwires gone. You'll see that we have a couple of gun braces up there. And that's all I'm really spotting. I thought there was some grenade bouquet. Aha! See? There was a grenade bouquet. Just the one, looks like. So we'll get some frag grenades out of that. Very nice. Double barrel shotgun. A combat shotgun. max spread, which from a distance does not suit you as well as you would think, so... Lidless tin, lidless tin, a dead rat pup. Okay, so we've got options as to which way to go. And I'm just about to assure you this will be covered in 2 parts, this section, because by the time I realized what I got myself into, yeah. Okay, so we'll go this way, because that's where we came from. Dave, you idiot. Alright, let's try this way.
Here you see a recreation of... I'm missing that particular data point. Must be some sort of corrosion of my inner memory systems. Let's just say this is historical. Not that you'd care.
Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's go this way.
Hey, Thief. I know we've had quite a strenuous relationship. What with me trying you and you insisting on staying alive. But I want to ask you for a favor. Can you take one of these clocks with you? This is not a trap. I swear none of them are jerry-rigged to explode, or something inane like that. I just have far too many of these clocks, and need to get rid of some of them. So, how about you help your old pal Terry, and take one of these godforsaken clocks with you?
Alright, 1. We have Gear Golden Spring. Yeah, we'll take the gold watch. You know what? Nah, we'll take them all.
You know what? I changed my mind. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted you to take one of these clocks. It's just, I didn't expect you to pick that one. I was quite fond of that one, and now I think I want to keep all of my clocks. Can you put them back, please?
Yeah, that's not happening. Let's look at that watch. And it doesn't detract from anything that we're currently wearing, which is nice. Love the music here, by the way.
Oh, you're just going to ignore me, huh? Fine. Don't go calling for my help when you're being burnt to death by one of my robots or something.
I'm not exactly scared of your robots. If you want a full view on all these plaques, go check out my earlier runs. Take 2, I think I went pretty in-depth. Links to, and maybe the OG run as well. Links to both are going to be in the description down below. Go ahead, hit them up. I'll be here when you're done.
One time, a particularly crafty thief managed to sneak all the way into this very room you're standing on. They believe this Lewis Chessman is to be a trap, and tried to carefully move it out of the way. This was, of course, an awful idea. You can drop that one, I don't care. In fact, I want you to drop it, because it would actually help me. So go ahead, throw it away, like it's a cheap semen rag. I don't mind, have fun.
Like it's a cheap semen rag? Oh, man. It's kind of vulgar there, Terry. Alright, so I guess we're going this way now. We're going to save.
Ah, the Sutton Hoo helmet, a masterpiece of Anglo-Saxon craftsmanship. The helmet was found during a 1939 excavation of the Sutton Hoo ship burial. One can't help but marvel at its extravagance. Congratulations! You have just placed your grubby little fingers on a helmet that once belonged to Anglo-Saxon King Raidwall. I am so happy to see you smear this delicately ornate piece of history with your dirty hands. Please don't hold yourself back. Insert your grotesquely misshapen head and bend the ancient craftsmanship of this relic to your vicious will, you mongrel.
No, I'm not going to do that. I just realized something. I don't really need the ceramic, but you know what? I got all this carrying weight. Let's have some fun with it.
What happened to the ceiling in the Western Gallery? It's going to take me ages to try and clean this up. Of course, I can't do that while you're still alive. My dear thief, can you please just die already so I can go back to fixing this place? It would be so helpful. Just jump into somewhere and die for me, please.
Didn't you hear me coming?
Actually, no. Well done. Not like that mattered.
You're going to take good care of that, aren't you? That's 2,000 years of history right there in your hands. Don't you dare drop it, or I swear I'll stuff you and put you on display in the moronic humans section.
Alright, we're going to save. Just because it's been a little bit. Yeah, because that's not subtle at all. Oh, that's fascinating. I can't touch that. But I can get around it. Alright, it's a dead hole again. With dead hooligan
You
stuff.
stand before the body of my creator. His name was... No, hang on. This isn't my creator. This is one of the ruthless thieves I murdered in cold blood, much like I'll do with you. I'm so sorry. I always get these confused. Carry on.
Alright, time to give the pup some stuff. Actually, hold on.
You're going to take good care of that, aren't you? That's 2,000 years of history right there in your hands. Don't you dare drop it, or I swear I'll stuff you and put you on display in the moronic humans section.
Okay, so I've given the dog as much as I can and everything useful. And some weapons I can scrap. And since I couldn't disarm that tripwire for whatever reason.
Stop. Do you see that? That thing on the wall with the shapes and the colors?
He wants me to shoot it,
I
right?
hate that thing. I hate it so much. My creator used to call it modern art. I call it absolute dreck.
Yeah, it is.
You have no idea how much I hate that thing. It makes no sense. Art should have a purpose and meaning and context. It can't just be a bunch of wild shapes. Blimey, I hate it so much. Listen, Steve, can you shoot for a moment? Just a few quick shots? I promise I won't tell anyone. Just blast. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Humans alive, I tell you, bless whoever invented firearms. Well, it was actually China circa 81,000, but I digress.
Alright, so what do we got here? Did I just hear a radroach? Whoa!
I say, are you my mummy? Mummies were ancient Egyptians used wrapped in layers of linen and intrigue. These preserved remains offer a glimpse into a world shrouded in mystery, where pharaohs ruled with divine authority, and the afterlife held the promise of eternal reward. With their enigmatic expressions and carefully preserved bodies, these mummies stand as silent sentinels of a bygone era, captivating visitors with tales of ancient rituals and timeless legacies. Did you know that there was a mummy covered in chocolate and nuts that was discovered in Egypt? Archaeologists believe it may be a Ferrero Rocher.
For those that didn't get it, there is a chocolate company called Ferrero Rocher. We have a very punny Terry. Okay, so this
Behold
is...
the treasures of Ur, a bunch of quintessentially ancient artifacts if ever there was. Behold their magnificence, the epitome of Sumerian style and craftsmanship. Check out the standard of Ur in the center. One can't help but imagine the ancient Mesopotamians proudly parading this around, perhaps using it to store their tea leaves, or as a rather extravagant biscuit tin. Don't you go touchy-touchy now.
Or maybe to carry their 6-house bell hammers. Alright, moving on, and... Rad Rat Pup.
Are you having some sort of existential dread?
No?
Or are you one of those beef eaters I've heard so much about?
Oh.
Please be the latter. I'm dying for some proper entertainment.
Alright, so it looks... have we gotten back to the beginning? No? Okay, I guess we are supposed to... Oh! Yes, we'll find you. Gonna have to work on the rest of you anyway, so yeah, might as well grab you. Okay, so this video is starting to get a bit long, and I did say, screw it. No, I want to do more off-camera shenanigans, and I can't in the middle of
Here we
this.
find ourselves amidst the treasures of Africa. Why did you pick that up? Those feathers do not go well with your whole ensemble.
Let's be honest, that first shot was just putting him out of his misery. Jeez. Don't know what he stumbled across. Oh, wait a minute. Remember, we did hear a missile shot, so there's probably a trap around here. A rigged trap with a missile launcher somewhere. Means it's probably got to be around here somewhere. Likely this way. Okay, there's the Peruvian artifact section. Dismantle the tripwire. Dismantle the tripwire.
You know what, Thief? I think you're the first human to step foot into this room in the last 100 or so years.
Now, remember what I said before about legendary robots exploding? Well, that one did. Should be one more. Okay, there's the Peruvian artifact we needed.
I don't care. In fact, I want you to drop it, because it would actually help me. So go ahead, throw it away, like it's a cheap semen rag. I don't mind. Have fun.
Saying that one again? And did not have anything fun. The hell? It's a ripoff. Doggo.
Ramesses II, or as I like to call him, Ramesses the really rather regal. Because nothing says I'm compensating for something quite like building a gazillion statues of yourself. Oh dear, Mr. Ramesses II, the pharaoh with the most statues to his name since, well, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about an ego trip. You'd think he was trying to build a pyramid out of all the statues of himself? But hey, who are we to judge? If you've got it from during my first few years of operation, many of the museum's visitors would stare at this particular piece for hours on end. it strange that humans would be so fascinated by what amounted to a series of inane scribbles upon a generic stone. That is when I realized, Thief, that all of humanity's history can be summarized as nothing but endless staring at inane scribbles upon generic stones.
Isn't that the meaning of life, to stare at inane scribbles upon generic stones?
Attention.
Cast your eyes over Bucephalus, the noble steed of Alexander the Great. Because nothing says I'm a conqueror quite like riding into battle on a horse named after something sounding like an ST. I suppose it's better than calling him Stubby or Mr. Fluffs, but still.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. It does sound like an STD. Oh god. Oh lordy. Okay. Not going that way. Well, only one way to go. We'll save. It's been a little bit, and I know this video is getting long, but damn it, I want to finish this. So I can do off-camera shenanigans. And damn it, I love the music here. Might have to remember this episode just to...
Unidentified.
Just to listen to the music again.
Now, the Parthenon Frieze. Because who needs cinema when you've got great drama carved into marble? And I'm not just talking about their attempts of repatriation. Legally purchased by Lord Elgin, the Elgin... Alexander III of Macedon. A man so legendary, even his enemies couldn't help but be impressed. I mean, who else could conquer the known world and still find time for a spot of poetry? It's like he was the original multitasker, except instead of juggling terminal messages and meetings, he was juggling empires and conquests. The Lion Hunt of Ashurbanipal, where ancient kings showcased their prowess in the art of big game hunting. But imagine this, a twist in the tale, where the hunter becomes the hunted. Picture a scenario where a dedicated machine turns the tables on the unsuspecting museum intruder. As you stand before the majestic relief, admiring the ancient scene, suddenly you hear the whirring of gears and the clanking of metal. Before you know it, you're caught in a modern-day lion hunt, with 10 hot on your heels. It's a reminder that even in the most serene of museum settings, one should always be prepared for the unexpected.
Okay, now what? There we go. Right, and...
Why are you still here? Is it because the sight of religious idols and books has confused you and shocked you to your very core?
No.
No response, hmm? I'll mark you down as both mute and incredibly stupid.
Okay, this is clearly the gift shop. Alright, we got one section left we need to check, and that is this way. Anything useful? Or if we somehow loop back upon... No, we have not. The T.E.R.R.Y crown. Or have we been here and I just missed that? Oh! Yeah, we have been here. I just missed the T.E.R.R.Y crown. Let's take a look at that. It should look awfully familiar to you, and maybe perhaps familiarly awful. Yeah, that is the exact same crown that you saw on Lorenzo in the base game. Just not very enchanted, shall we say.
Observe the curious case of the ivory thief caught in a loop. Seriously, you've gone into a loopity-loop. Much like a perplexed creature in the wild, it finds itself trapped in a cycle of frustration. Oh, bother! I unlocked the doors. Well, there's a twist. In its quest to break free, Terry unwittingly triggers a mechanism, inadvertently opening the doors to unexpected adventures. Whoosh! Head through the green-lit door, I guess. You must forgive me for the state of this particular atrium. We used to have a staff of cleaning robots, but they're all gone. Not dead, mind you. That is physically impossible. No, I merely tried to reprogram them into the machines that would deal with people like you. Some just shorted out, though. Guess they thought it too much of a crass career change.
Fair amount of glowings. We're going to complain about that. And I hear some rodents. Or if I were a super mutant, I hear something! Got them both with one shot. Nice. Now you understand part of the reason I put this thing down in the first place. When firing into a group of enemies with some allies in there, yeah, you're going to hit the allies too and they're going to get pissed. That was happening way too much, so that's why I switched out in the first place. Alright, there's a sleeping bag for those who play survival. Okay. Pup. You know why I'm here, buddy. Alright, the rest of this is just crap. And not really concerned about that, especially since I can do this. And then give all the newly discovered junk back to the pup. And that's that, and we're underweight for now. We're in a much better place than we were before, that's for sure. Because the pup still has some room, has some inventory space to work with. Even if I don't. Well, I do too. I technically have more to work with than he does.
I have no idea what this one is. Your guess is as good as mine.
That looks like the Ubar helmet on top of the face. And it's two-faced. Social commentary, maybe? Yeah, there were 3, but I don't know where the third one went. Possibly completely eradicated.
Once upon a time, humankind venerated figures like this one. According to my archives, this was thought to be a figure of wealth. And many cultures believed that if you were to throw yourself before its feet, then the figure would grant you riches beyond your wildest belief. I find it rather strange how your species was capable of transferring all of its magical thinking onto human-like statues, as if you were little godlike beings. Just molding life out of clay and stone and metal, literally converting the Earth's refuse into art.
Okay, you know what? This has gone on long enough. This video's gotten long. This is going to be the ending of this particular bit, and also a load screen. So you know what? We're just going to call it here. I guess I'll do off-camera shenanigans on the next one. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come in, and to help this channel grow. It's been Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is Fallout London, Hares, and Piggies. I'll see you all next time.